He boasts the best form in the top division with 24 wins from 30, and he's scooped successive fighting spirit prizes. But he's still pained by thoughts of what might have been in January. The latest issue of NHK's Sumo magazine sees Sekiwake Shodai give his inside take on the torture of going for and losing a title. The next words you hear will be Shodai's. In March, I want my first winning score at Sanyaku level. Talk of going for Ozeki is premature. You've just got to focus on giving your all in whichever situation you're in. Chances to win the title really don't come around often, and I wish I'd taken mine. I started thinking about the January title from around day 8. After that, I got my important 8th win, and from there you just want to win all you can, right? Other Rikishi were also going well, so while I thought I might have a chance for the title, I wasn't fixated or anything. There was nothing to be gained from mulling over it. Having seen younger guys win the championship of late, I did think, yeah, I can get there too, but I never actually said the word title. Now when you look at how Tokushoryu won it, you feel like it was almost written in the stars from the beginning. We met on day 14 and my attitude was, if you're gonna be champion, this is the one. But it was about the most nervous I'd ever been before a match. From the night before, my heart had been racing, my hands had been constantly sweating, I turned off the heating, threw off my futon, nothing worked. I played with my phone to try and relax, but couldn't sleep until 5 a.m. A short time later, my alarm went off and I felt like I hadn't even slept. So listless did I feel that I considered skipping morning practice that day, but elected to keep to my daily tournament routine. Then, when getting my hair tied, I really tensed up. That's when I started to think about the match, how to win, things I normally never bother myself with. I just couldn't get it off my mind. From that point, my rhythm collapsed. I was no better in the Kokugikan dressing room. How should I fight? How can I win? And I remained undecided on those points until it was time to head to ringside. Even then, I was caught between executing my regular tachi-ai or moving for an inside grip. I never did resolve this dilemma. Hence, my tachi-ai against Tokushoryu was the worst it could have been. He encroached, I countered, but in a fluster, as he had my belt. If I just calmed down at that point, I wouldn't have gotten caught with that thrust over. My mental weaknesses came out. But it was a good experience. I won't be feeling that level of tension so often in future. And I feel I can't retire without finally winning it. And it was only after the match that I came to understand everything, his strategy, and the reasons why I'd lost. I guess through mental weakness I couldn't get a clean hit at the tachi-ai, and thus started to fret. He felt surprisingly light when I attacked him, but I think that was his ploy for going around me. In my fluster, I felt more impelled to go forward. That's what he expected, and he was waiting with the thrust over. Now I see it so clearly. And, my tachi-ai had been so good throughout January, and only here did it fail me. That's because I just couldn't decide how to fight beforehand. I got back to the stable, half wanting to get over it, half wanting to turn back time. I had another nice sleepless night. On the final day, 80% of me was like, go all out to win, and I could fight him again in a playoff. The other 20% was like, well done for coming so far. You've done enough, right? Part of me didn't really care about the playoff. Nevertheless, I really went for it against Mitakeumi, made Tokushoryu sweat a bit. But later, when Tokushoryu beat Takakeisho and it was all over, every bone within me was like, I wanted that playoff. Give me one more shot at him. But look, he and I fought, it was in my hands, he won it off me with his own ability. No arguments. Funnily enough, I don't feel my overall condition to be any different to last September, when I lost 12 matches. Why am I winning so much? I want to know the answer. It's true I've focused on initial encroachment at the Tachiai. In November, I did it well without following through with the pushing attack. In January, I could follow it through, even though my style isn't suited to that. Maybe I outdid myself.